All right, so quick recap. It's Sunday, 6 a.m. Headed to the Poconos to check out a property, rental property that we have. A tree fell on it. I'm going to give you some great footage on like how to handle that situation as a landlord, as a property manager, blah, blah, blah. We have about 10 properties in the same area within a mile radius that we're going to check out as well. So once the storm comes through and we hear from a tenant that a property is damaged, we're going to go look at the other ones just in case, because a lot of tenants could be away and they don't give a hell about your property and so forth. So that's the recap for today. I'll get that footage later. The reason why I'm making these videos is because I have a little bit of extra time on my hands, and you got to bear with me because this is a GoPro situation. I'm not a tech guy. I'm a roofer at heart, but I'm trying things out. And the main reason I'm trying things out is because there's people out there who are just starting. They're young guys or they're old guys, and they want to get into real estate. So this is basically going to be a real estate YouTube channel, running a company. We have a roofing company, we have a real estate company, and it's just like a day-to-day thing. I'm not going to shoot every day, but I'm going to try to make as much footage as possible, especially when things go down, to show you guys what's going on. So there's a lot of people out there that make videos in their office. There's a lot of people out there, a lot of investors out there, business owners who are like, you can do this and be in a different country. Like, you can do this and be at the beach. And no, you can't. Like, if you're trying to be successful and learn shit and build relationships and build an amazing team, you can. You need to be here every day. Fortunately, I work like 5 days a week. Today's 6 because it's Sunday, and I'm headed to the Poconos. But like, there was 18 years that I worked 7 days a week. I'm on call all the time. I am still on call at all times. My wife knows that if something goes down, like, I'm out. Like, I gotta head to the Poconos. Like, all my properties, all of our properties are 2 hours away from me. But my nephew runs the entire thing. He lives in the area, which is why we did this. We have 2 maintenance guys that we have great relationships with, and they also work 7 days a week. We take care of them. If there's a problem on Sunday at 5 o'clock, I'm calling them up. Hey, listen, you handle this. Between the 2 of them, one of them will take it on. This is what you need. You need relationships. You need to be around. So we start. So again, so a recap of us. This is like a lot of information. So if you're trying to build a business or a real estate investment company, watch my videos. You don't have to subscribe. I don't care if you subscribe or not. But if you want to learn, you're gonna have to watch multiple videos, because my brain is all over the place, and I'm gonna try to give you some information at once if I can. But today is just like a, hey, this is who we are. We're gonna do a podcast, not to be like, oh, we have a podcast. It's just so we can get a narrator to ask me questions and like kind of narrow it in to help you guys out on information you may need. So if you want information that's different, comment down below. I'll probably have 1 or 2 comments in my lifetime, so we'll answer those questions for you. It'll be easy. So outside of that, real estate and having a business is not always rainbows and unicorns. Gay Pride Month. Oh wait, Men's Health Month and Gay Pride Month. Not Gay Pride Month, Men's Health Month. Let's go this way and enjoy both of them if you want to, or one or the other. Either way, happy Gay Pride Month and happy Men's Health. It's awesome. Outside of that, we will get back into the discussion of who we are. So I have 3 brothers, 2 sisters, shit ton of nieces and nephews, a mom and a dad. We've been married for 45 years. We grew up in Kensington, Philadelphia, with 0. I had no knowledge on what money was. I had no knowledge on what credit was. I had no knowledge on how to run a business or whatever. So I read Rich Dad Poor Dad when I was 19. Uncle Jack gave me that book. Appreciate it. It's the only thing, or I'm not going to say that. I'm going to go down that hole right now. So anyway, appreciate that book. It changed my life. And then we started a roof company in our early early 20s, me and my brother, and that's kind of where we started. We saved up like $1,400 to buy a 1989 Ford F-150. If you know anybody selling one of those, I'd like to purchase it. That'd be awesome. Just be amazing, actually. So anyway, zero, whatever. So I started working with a bunch of, somehow I started working with a bunch of Jewish guys who owned a shit ton of real estate over the last 10 years. For some reason, there was always like Jewish guys, and I know I was always like, these guys are going to save my life somehow, right? After the first couple of times, and they always owned real estate. I'm like, how are these guys doing this? And I've never asked, how are you guys doing? I was always like, wow, this is crazy, right? So over the course of like 10 years doing their roofs, I start paying attention to what they were saying to me. I would ask questions, not directly, but indirectly, about like, how are they doing it, or things like that. So fast forward, I figured it out, and we start buying real estate intentionally 4 years ago, and today we own 160 units that we purchased. We had about $70,000 to start with from doing like a flip here, a flip there, through roofing, saving, and blah 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 blah. So anyway, so we started there, and then today we own 160 units, and some of them are multi-units, so a lot of single families, a lot of like duplexes, triplexes. We got a handful of big units, like we got a 20 unit complex, and we got a 9 unit complex, and a couple of storage units, and then, you know, whatever. So our portfolio is about $20 million. So we went from $0, and, you know, we started, I'm 43 today, and we started in my early 20s till now. It took us about 20 years to understand processes. Like, I would say that, like, today, literally today, is I feel comfortable giving information and being like a advocate for somebody who, you know, maybe did a couple flips, or somebody who's a contractor that is so sick of working for customers that because they just treat you like shit sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes. And like, whenever you really need your money, like, a customer's holding it, there's, you know, for some dumb shit, and they're like, dude, what the hell's going on right now, you know? So I'm just like, I just want to make some content and show you the day-to-day operations, and, you know, we'll make some full videos on lending, purchasing, and like, almost like another thing too. If you're a young guy, and I started too young, and I'm like, I was so fearful of like the acronyms, people using like those acronyms of like real estate terms. Like, dude, who cares? You don't need to know those things. The guys who use those things too much are dorks. They really are. Like, you just forget about that side of things. You don't need to learn. You don't need to learn them if you don't want to. And if you do, that's cool too. It doesn't matter. One big thing I'm gonna leave this message with today is, I got a lot of content from Brandon on Bigger Pockets. All of my free time for about a year, I would listen to all of his podcasts, and I got to the point that I was just like, I want to buy multifamily, so I started YouTubing Bigger Pockets multifamily, and I would just cherry pick that information out, and I would watch about an hour of his podcast, and maybe I would get like 30 seconds of it. It would help me, but I would watch a whole hour, and then he would say something for 30 seconds that would be like, oh shit, like, that's what I'm missing, man. So like, I would integrate that into my process, and then watch it go to work. So like, any information, if you're trying to learn, you should always be trying to learn. Just like, I'm out, like right now I'm watching videos on roofing, because like, I took a backseat for the last 5 years on like honing in and getting shit done really on roofing. So that's like my new, not my new thing, but like I have time. So like, we're gonna try to start kicking some more ass with roofing. So anyway, that's where we're at right now. I just had a minute to make a short video while I'm driving, and I'll put it together somehow so you guys can watch it later, and we'll go from there. Have a good one.